I'm Patty Warren. I am a lifelong artist and art teacher. I have spent my career as a public school art teacher and as a school administrator. So I'm very familiar with teaching students, very young students and adult students. Have been working for Osher, doing some classes on my own and with a partner from time to time. So they have asked me if I might do a video about talking about the challenges that might come with doing a hands-on class over Zoom or Facebook or Skype or whatever distance learning platform you're using. It's always a challenge, but just like any teaching, the secret of success is in the preparation. So that's what I do. And I have lots of surfaces near me, and I have lots of extra supplies. I have my materials laid out, hopefully in the order that I would use them, but I also have a spare of everything, because if you have it, you won't need it. So there's my hint for you. I use step-by-step samples, and as I'm starting, I use two devices. I should tell you first. I use two devices, my phone and the laptop. So I'm in the Zoom configuration in two different blocks. One is me as a speaker and a teacher and the host, and one is of whatever painting we're working on. So I can keep a focus on that. I can keep my work flat in watercolor. That makes all the difference in the world. I need to work flat. Ann Garland, who is the technology guru for Osher, came and within less than 5 minutes, she had me set up for two devices. Very easy to do from your home. As I'm standing here, I'm looking at the temperature. It just went from 98 to 99. So this is a hot Sunday, Father's Day afternoon. And so just forgive my casual attire, if you will. The way I start is to show my class the final project. So I will show them the painting and say, this is where we're going. Now, this would be down here on the second device and up all the time on the screen. Then I would just start with a blank piece of paper, just like they have in front of them, and start drawing step by step. I show them. I draw with a very wide, big black Sharpie, and they are, of course, using a pencil and drawing lightly on their paper. And then I tell them where it's going, and I show them where to draw. As we get through the drawing stage, and they're happy with that, then we just start step by step. What happens next? What happens next? So we'll put in the sky, for example. And in this case, we've used masking tape to mask out the trees, so they will stay white, and we can portray them as birch trees. Another version. Once we start painting, I really don't need all these step-by-step versions that I thought I would. The camera stays focused, one camera does, on the painting, and I can demonstrate every step, and they can ask their questions, and I can answer them. I started by having everyone muted, but that just didn't work. And there's not a lot of background noise with watercolor, so it's worked out fine for them to be unmuted and to be able to ask their questions. I have usually students with a diverse level of experience, so some questions might be obvious to someone else and they might not. Generally, even the very beginner's question is helpful for the whole group, and for myself because it will remind me to tell them something else. So I kind of answer the questions as they arise. I answer questions as we need a little drying time between our painting sections, and at the end. But it's nice to have the two cameras where you can really demonstrate. What I would do in the past is be here and have an easel here and be trying to talk and demonstrate, and that was very cumbersome. And it was upright, so my paint would drip down, and it just was not good. So occasionally you do need some drying time, or you need another to put something. You use saran or salt or something, a paper towel, to make the technique that you're looking for to texturize a painting. That takes a little drying time. Then I can answer some questions. Or then I can talk to the students about mixing the next colors we'll need, or how to show distance, or how to show shape and volume in the trees. Whatever is appropriate for the painting we're doing. So what do I need? Some flat surfaces around me. I've got a dining room table here and two tables on the other side. My computer that I'm using right now is up on my plein air easel. So lots of experience. I'm just going to pick up the camera and do a little spin around so you can kind of see my setup here. Okay, here's my dining room table with my painting. Here's the easel that holds my phone camera so I can paint my supplies. There's my paint. Here's my painting. And here are my other steps. Okay, I hope this is helpful. It's a little different doing a hands-on teaching experience than it is to just, not to say just, but to have more of a lecture and a didactic experience with your students. So I think my address will be on the Osher website. You can email me anytime you want if you have any questions, or come take a class with us. Okay? Thank you. I put the phone in this little tripod. Use the phone camera to focus in on the drawing, the artwork we're working on. And then on my computer, that camera is on me. So the people participating in the class can see the work and see me. And it's very nice, so because sometimes I want to hold up the shape of a brush, or just explain the difference between two shades of green or something like that in their names. So
okay, so this camera here takes a picture and relays it up to the computer so the students can see both on the screen when they zoom in.
So there's always a picture of the artwork up to keep everything nearby, so I could reach it with just everything's within arm's reach, I should say. And it does take a number of different surfaces. I have a camera on the work.
So can you just pick up your camera and show us how it fits in?
And a camera on me.
Okay.
I have it hooked into this little iPad. It's just my smartphone, and that is very flexible and can be shaped to any angle, which is nice. So I keep it angled down on the painting we're working on, but sometimes I pick it up and bring it in super close.
Oh, okay. for a close-up.
for class members to see a certain detail or the way a line goes. I mentioned to try to have an extra of everything. Today I didn't have an extra extension cord, so when my phone camera ran out of juice, I had to scramble. But it worked out fine with the people who were working on their painting while I was scrambling. We draw.
So this is your step-by-step, is that right?
Step-by-step version of the painting, whatever painting we're working on that day. So we draw it together, step by step, line by line, broken down. I use a dark marker, they use a pencil and draw lightly, of course. And then this drawing is the one I actually end up working on. However, I have step-by-step versions all made up, so that we can go back if we need to. So in this one, I've masked out the tree and done the painting of the sky. Then we start on a couple of the other details. Another version, until we get to a place where we're all have most of the painting done and working on the details. The flowers to get the effect of a stone wall and not just a blob of gray. Some techniques, some tricks, but always in the details.